new way, sharing my journey to inspire others who are navigating transitions and stepping into their power. And that
Wow.
is who I am.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. And we have Miss Robin David. Tell us about who is Robin David.
Oh, great. Well, thank you, ladies, for this opportunity. Thank you, Crystal, for allowing us to have this opportunity to share who we are here on your platform. I am the Robin F. David, aka RFD. I am a inspirational speaker. I am a consultant. I am an Amazon bestseller 2 times. This is my second opportunity collaborating with the right people at the right time. So it's my second bestseller. I am also a self published author. I am the founder of the Golden Foundation. I'm an advocate for wellness for women, for mind, body, and spirit. I cone a word called sacred balance. So I teach women the importance on what it means to nurture your mind, body, and your spirit. And so I've been in the industry. Also, a little bit about me. I've been in the industry now a little over 33 years. So it's been really fun. I am passionate about education. So I have the Knowledge College, which is a continuing education center that I started back in early 2000. So continuing education is one of my things that I'm very passionate about. So I also presently have the Wellness on Wheels. So I am an advanced medical. I'm an advanced medical nail technician. Excuse me, y'all, and a yes, that's it. And that's it. So I said everything about me. I was trying to think that I said yes. So I want to say I don't like. I think I checked everything out. It's interesting when you have to share your titles, guys, because all I know is I'm the Robin F. David, right? So it goes with a lot of fun things. So thank you for letting me share, Crystal. I am an entrepreneur. I guess they would say a series of entrepreneurship. So thank you again. Crystal, you're muted.
Before I have a book here, thank you so much. I have a book here. And before we get into the book, right, and before we talk about your journey as an author, there had to be some things that you have done in your life that made you feel as though you had a word for other people. So I want to talk about that first. I want to talk about when you realized that you wanted to take your life experiences and put it in a book, because not everybody is willing to do that. And was that an easy process for you, or was it a difficult process? And how that journey was for you doing an anthology, because not everybody has had the opportunity to do an anthology. So I'll start with
Mhm.
you on that one, Robin.
Great. An anthology again is a great project. And let's so actually it was two-part question. And so how I decided why I wanted to be an author as a speaker. By trade, I am a nail technician and managing nail technician. So my trade is in the beauty industry, right? But my gift has been speaking and teaching and facilitating. So with that, I always admired authors, and I was like, oh, one day I would like to be one, right? So I would always go to book signings and sometimes envision myself. And then one day I was somewhere maybe on Facebook and I seen the Powerful You, which is a publishing company, and they were like anthologies, and they were like Powerful You will help women publish your story. And at the time, I was like, oh, what kind of story would I tell about? Right. Because I want to leave my voice in the earth. Right. Because I feel like when you're a speaker, the other thing is to have your book. Most speakers have books. So I was like, how do I translate my story to a book? So it was the Powerful You came to me, and it was like, it was about publishing my book, but also creating community. Let me slow down because the Powerful You at the time, I was just moving into Tennessee. And the Powerful You also, it was a 2.2 reasons I joined Powerful You, the publishing company, because they offered, if you start your book and share your story, this way you can create a networking event. So we also, I used to do some networking events here in Nashville or in Murfreesboro, and they were called the Powerful You Networking Events. So they kind of coached you. They were a coaching company. They coached you to have your networking event and share your story in your book. And so I was like, this is sounds something like I wanted to go down that avenue. And I wasn't sure what I wanted to talk about, Crystal, to be honest, because in your life, we have so many different things that go up and down or we feeling like they're really going well. So one time I thought I wanted to really talk about my marriage, Crystal, because that was where I was, right? At the time, I was like, well, I'm really going to talk about being a married woman and children and having a business. So I kind of thought that was going to be my story, this inspirational story. And then I had some unfortunate tragedy happen. And then my story like instantly changed. So I want the guests to know your stories can change because you have several different things to share, right? And at the time, like I said, I had made it to over 30 years of marriage. So I thought, oh, well, we'll celebrate. We're at this part. Most people maybe not got this far in a marriage. And I'm going to talk about being this praying woman and wife. And then all hell broke out. We decided to, become best friends in another form. And now he's my husband. But now that was the part that really made me realize I wanted to, so the contract was already set up from Powerful You guys. So the contract was already in place, right? Okay. And I was like, oh Lord, this is how God can change your story also. Yes. So let me tell you how your story is going to come out and you need to get it out. But God might put a comma in there and say, we'll hold that story for later. But this one was right now story. And I was like, Lord, we're in the contract. We had to set a day because I enjoyed doing the anthology. I want to talk about that and becoming that Amazon because it was the coaching of that publishing company. We had deadlines and I knew I had to come up before the deadline. So I had to take some deep breaths. And at the present time, me and my husband decided to separate. And then also that was very challenging, right? So I'm in this space. And then there was the loss of my youngest son. He was murdered and shot. So all of that happens like right and together. And I was like, this is the best time for me to really write out my feelings. So really wanted to put everything on paper and really write out what happened to me in that. And so that's what the story became. It became Rising to the Occasion. Rise to the Occasion is the name of the chapter in the book, my first Amazon bestseller, which is, I like to talk about it because it's really quick. It's Healthy, Abundant, and Wise. So Rise to the Occasion became the first 1,800 words.
Hold it up so we can see it. Okay, move it over.
When that happened, yes, this is a bestseller as well.
Okay.
And so I was very excited. And so some people would say, why would you go into the group and an anthology? But I enjoyed the partnership and I enjoyed it was aligned with where I was in life at the time. And I really wanted to see what does it really take to become an author. And
so hold on one second, Ram, because you have a question about that. Wallet asked you, did you have a prenup?
No, thank you for asking about that, Wallet. Because you know what? I found out I'm more educated about prenup. So in my future, there will be a prenup. Thank you. That's a very good question. I appreciate that.
Are you making it into an audio book too?
Thank you. Yes, because I'm a speaker. A part of me has learned about myself. Like next marriage, I will have the prenup. I'm educated about that. It's just about basic expectations. So thank you and clarity. And that's what a prenup is. And then what was the other question? The audio part is, you see, I'm chatty. And what I found is I've been on the radio. And what I found is I learn best by audio. I'm an audio learner. So yes, I'm going to use my voice. I hope my voice will soothe some people when they listen to my books.
Okay.
Thank you.
So now, Jacqueline, tell us about, same question. How was the process for you when you decided to do the book? Was it an easy process? Was it difficult? And how was it doing an anthology? Had you authored any book prior to that?
Well, yes, I had been in a prior anthology with another group of ladies. That book was called Win or Go Home, How to Win the Beauty Game and Monetize Your Niche. And we didn't become Amazon bestsellers like this time, but that was the first time I'd ever been a part of writing any kind of book. Now I've journal, written papers for different classes. I have written before, but never for other people to read. So I took a leap of faith in that project. And then when this project came around with Dr. Tanya and the other ladies, it was a pivotal point for me because I was transitioning from behind the chair into being trainer and a mentor for young beautypreneurs in the beauty industry. So my chapter is really about resilience, reinvention, purpose. And I started my journey in the beauty industry back in high school, but my desire to see the world led me to go join the Army. And I spent 14 years in the Army and got to see quite a bit of this world. I got to go to places that I know I probably never would have got to put my feet on.
Wow.
Just in my regular life. But multiple countries and one deployment later, I found myself back in Dayton, Ohio, starting over in the beauty industry and navigating single motherhood and life after the military. One defining moment that comes to mind after returning from Desert Shield, Desert Storm, we deployed from Fort McCoy, Wisconsin. And when we returned, that is the same place that we returned to. And me and some of my other sister soldiers was looking for a place to go get our hair done because we had lived in the sand and the desert for months, almost a year. So, the natural creature comforts that we're used to were not available. So we were on our way home. We hadn't seen our family in quite a while. So we 13 of us piled into a Blazer and went out into the streets of Wisconsin. And it was not Milwaukee. And we couldn't find a salon that could manage textured hair.
Okay.
And so it was disappointing. And that experience planted a seed in me, one that later grew into my passion for ensuring that every beautiful beauty professional is equipped to service all clients and not leave no money on the floor. But the journey wasn't easy. I went to hair. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that's amazing. So you ladies, both of you got into a collaboration because of your life experience and some things that you went through, and you decided that you wanted to share that. And that's a beautiful thing because a lot of times people keep stuff to themselves. So I commend you on wanting to share. And so the book cover is amazing, guys. If you haven't seen the book cover, there it is, Beauty. And you see, I love the design of the book. I'm sure Ms. Davis may have done that. Did y'all have anything to do with the design of the book?
No. I was happy to see it as well. We were all very happy about it.
Okay. So now each of you have a area that you covered. And I know that Beauty Bizmaster is your area, Jacqueline. And I know that Robin, you did Polished Reflection of a Nail Maven. But before you got into that, for anyone that may be watching that has never written a book, did you take any classes or do anything to prepare yourself to be able to be a contributing author? Or did you just go into this and allow the young lady to kind of steer you along the way? And either one of you can go first.
Okay. So did we do any training with anyone?
Right. In other words, if this is your first, if someone's watching this and they don't know where to begin, they want to write a book, they have no clue about what to do first. What was your first thought? Like, okay, I'm going to be an author. What do I need to do? I know you had Miss Davis, but Robin, this is not your first time. Both of you have written before. So when the thought came to your mind, I want to be an author, Did you think to yourself, I want to be a Amazon bestseller? What did you do to prepare yourself for this? Did you go read books? Did you go to seminars? What did you do when you knew you wanted to start writing?
Well, initially with the first book, I just really sat down and started to write in a journal. I started writing in my journal because I was told that that's what you could do. Just start writing your journal. Then, of course, I'm an audio person, so I started speaking in my phone. So the first step for me was just getting some things out, right? Just what. So I put those things in those places, and each day I wrote and thought about. And I did. You do have to decide you want. I like that you asked about the Amazon bestseller because you do want to have a mindset that you want to be a bestseller. I didn't really know what a bestseller was, so I'm gonna tell y'all that too. So I knew that was something that people had accomplished. So I was really like hopeful that that could happen, right? So I was like, I'm not sure how to actually become that, but there are now ways that you can research. I found out after. Actually, it just happened to happen to me, but so initially I just kind of wrote things down in a notebook, find a notebook, because I'm a journalist. I journal as well a lot, as Jackie was saying, kind of writing to yourself, like writing to yourself. And then also if you were talking to somebody else and telling your story.
Wow. What about you, Jackie? How did you handle it? What did you do when you decided I'm going to be an author? Did you have some excitement about it when you made that decision? Because you've been around the world, you've seen some things, you decided to take time out to do this. What step did you take?
The the first anthology that I was a part of, the first book that I was a part of, we actually did go through some training with some other authors, which was exciting because that was a whole new world for me. I am an avid reader. I lived in the library as a young person, and my first job was in that same library when I got older because they watched me grow up. So we did have some training. They gave us some prompts to, get the creative juices flowing in the first book. And the second book, I just really sat down and I had to get it all out. And I am a recovering perfectionist.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm
Okay.
recovering perfectionist. And so for me, I had to get it out and then I had to look at it and reread it. And then I let other people that are close to me read it and give me their feedback. And I went back and tweaked it. And then I finally had to allow myself to release what I had written. And I got it back after our publisher when she read over it and she sent it back to me and she was like, it was great. I had a few things I had to change or reword because I can be a bit of a chatty Cathy. But other than that, it really just took me sitting down and getting clarity in my thoughts and what I wanted to share, because I could have rambled and I could have, that arrow could have went all over the place, and I had to get clear about what story I wanted to share and why did I want to share it. And once I got that in mind, then I kind of just let it go. I let the words flow out of me, and here we are today.
So
I was excited, not been a Amazon bestseller. So when we made it this time, I was, this is a new experience for me. So I'm excited about that.
Excellent, ladies. Congratulations on doing that. Congratulations on being sought out, because a lot of times when people do anthologies, they're particular about who they let in their book, so that speaks volume for you ladies to be chosen, because I'm sure she had people who made application, and so congratulations on being one of the chosen ones, okay? Because I'm sure she turned some people down and turned some people away. So that's a good thing. So let's talk about the challenges that writers have, right? Because sometimes people get writer's block, and there's probably three main challenges sometimes I've read that people have if they're a writer, like fear is one, lack of time, and lack of focus. Would you say that those were the same three that you ladies had, or did you have any other challenges besides the fear, lack of time, and lack of focus? How about you, Robin?
Those three really sums it up for me. I haven't heard that yet, so I'm glad I'm on here with learning this. Yes, those are the three because the lack. I don't like to say lack of time, but really, you really working a full career and you really want this book out, and it's like, yes, it's like, Lord, show me where. And then as soon as you say, okay, I'm gonna carve that 5 minutes out, it's like, where did that 5 minutes go? I didn't get to work on your book. So yes, that's one. And then what was the other one you said?
I said lack of time, lack of focus, and fear.
Oh yes, the fear tries to grip on you too, because it's like, okay, I'm gonna be
Did you
sharing my
what was the
story.
fear? What was the fear? Was it will the book sell? How will the people like it? What was the thought that were
A
going through?
little both, a little both of that. Like if it's a good enough story, if what people read it, or is people going to buy it or have any interest? That's true. I like that too. Yes.
And how about you, Jackie?
For me, yeah, it was fear. Actually, writing actually took me through a mindset reset because I had convinced myself that nobody wanted to hear my story. Nobody
Mm,
was interested in the knowledge that I have gained because I don't have all the letters behind my name. I had convinced myself of that. But writing both of these books was a mindset reset. I had to uproot some of my core beliefs about myself. I had to grow up personally and professionally. And I had to give myself permission to
mm,
be that girl and
okay.
step into that and stand 10 toes down in that. And I'm still, I'm, that is a lesson that I am still learning as of today. Um, so yeah, the fear, lack of time. Yeah, but I have to blame that on myself because I'll,
Time management.
yeah, time management. And like I said, I had to reset my mind on somebody out there needs to hear what I have to share.
So let me
And
ask you
so,
this. Let me ask you this because that's important. Let's stop there for a minute. And Robin, you want to chime in on this too. So sometimes we get older and we think, we're too old to do this, and we have self-doubt because we're not sure.
mhm.
And so you have to convince yourself. So how did you ladies convince yourself? Because sometimes when you give somebody in your family, whether it's a sibling, a spouse, some people have significant others, you tell them, I'm getting ready to write a book. And sometimes they may say something to make or break you. They can say, oh yeah, go for it. They can say, girl, you can't write no book. So did you share those feelings with anybody, and did their response help you to get over that, or did their response maybe discourage you even more?
I just did it. I didn't share. I shared it toward the end, but I have learned not to cast my pearls before swine, and everybody that's smiling your face ain't your friend. And so I have learned how to move in silence when I need to and keep my mouth shut because everything ain't for everybody.
Okay.
And so I was already in the process. As Kendrick Lamar said, sometimes you just got to pop out and show them. And that's exactly what I did. I showed up at our Christmas party and was like, I'm a best-selling author. Y'all should order my book. And they was like, what? When did you do that? All of the things. And
Wow.
so over
Congratulations
time,
on
I've
that.
had over time I've had to grow up and understand. My mother always used to tell me that other people's opinion of me is none of my business, and I I heard her say that, but I understand it fully now. And I find that the older you get, the less you really give a hootenanny about what other people think.
Wow. How about you, Robin? Did you share it with anybody before you did it?
The first one I did, because the first time I was new to this game, right? So I was like unaware that now I know I've lived longer now, and I realize it is better to move in silence. And I agree with Jackie. But the first one, I want to say I was excited. I had signed the contract, and I was telling some people, and they were looking at me like, "Oh, you're writing a book."
So how did it make you feel? Because there might be somebody watching this that's in.
It made you feel like, if it's a person that didn't really make you feel like you could do it, you don't want to share with them people, because they kind of look at you and look like, "Oh yeah, you're going to write a book, right? Okay." And so after a while, you're like, "Oh, I don't think they really believe in me in this book thing." So that you got to be, like Jackie said, if you do share with the wrong person, it can make you feel like doubtful, or like, are you really going to finish it? And if it's difficult to focus more after you've shared it with the wrong person. So then you're battling with yourself. Like, I know I can write a book. So that's, because I don't care if they didn't respond. So you will battle more if you share with the wrong people too soon. It will make you have that more of like, I don't know if I could do it because they're not responding the way you need them to. And so, so I said my first book, I think I might have shared out of excitement because it was the paperwork. I knew that I had signed the paperwork. And so I got excited, and then I self-published. So I'm a self-published author as well. So it's my third time coming to author. So it's difficult when you share with the wrong people. I definitely know now. I waited with this book, and I started to talk about it more. And I only shared it with this third book that I've written. I only shared it with my family, that so they can say on me like, "Get it done, Mom. What are you doing, Mom? You got this, Mom." So I only shared it with my cheerleaders, my number ones that I dedicated the book to. So you do learn to share less, or with only that person. There will be a definite, "Oh, I see you doing it and you got this," person. So I agree with Jackie.
So now let's talk about your chapters. So the Beauty Biz Master. I see that you did a dedication. Both of you did a dedication. Before I go into the Beauty Biz Master and into the area about the polished reflections of a nail maven, I want to ask you guys, because when we do books and we do dedications, is that a difficult choice? Who do I dedicate this book to, right? Because if you don't do a certain person, somebody gets offended. Well, why shouldn't you dedicate it to me? Can you talk for a minute on how you decided who to dedicate your books to, and how did you get questioned by anybody else about that, Jacqueline?
I knew I couldn't name names, but I knew that I wanted to talk to my clients that I have had so many women in my chair, and they have shared so many stories with me, and I wanted to thank them for sharing those stories, because it was an energetic exchange. Of course, my family, even though I really didn't share with them what I was doing until much later in the process. I know I'm a married woman, and I know that if my husband wasn't who he is and does what he does to maintain our household and our relationship, I probably wouldn't be able to do half the things that I am able to do today. And other beauty professionals, because I've been all over the beauty industry. I've been behind the chair. I've been an educator. I have been all over the place in this industry, and having the intimate interaction with younger beautypreneurs that are coming into the business, they need some guidance and some encouragement. I could probably write a whole other book on what that experience was like, but you know, sometimes you got to leave the breadcrumbs for the ones coming behind you. Like somebody left the breadcrumbs for each and every one of us to continue trailblazing a path for the next people coming behind you. You don't forget the people coming behind you.
Right. Okay. So how about you, Robin? Did you have a strategy when you chose who you did your dedications?
No, I never had this question either. I knew you was gonna ask me some questions. I need to.
No, I mean, because it is something. I know for me, I had thought about it. It was like, okay, who am I going to do? Because if you have children, if you know, you want to be specific, you want to be intentional. So again,
my intention, like I said, my children have been my number one cheerleaders. They are my best teachers too, Steph. And so I learn a lot from them. So I look at them as those who teach me. And I think what Jackie said is so true. I want to say I did tell my customers thank you in there, but I don't know if I did it in dedication. But now, moving forward, yes, I know you don't want to leave nobody's name out either, like y'all said. So all that makes sense. But in my mind, those were the people that I felt like if I'm gone from this, side of life, that they would know that they really helped me get through the book and they were the reason. So I guess that's how you choose your people. I don't know, but I never thought about it like that, really.
Oh, you know what? Both of you did good because you generalized it. So you did it the safe way because you didn't name names. So you did it the safe way. And that was the point I wanted the listeners to know when they come back to play, that you save yourself by not naming names.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's difficult. I did name names, so I know because I did name names. So I think I covered everybody though, so I don't think I have no issues because I named name, but it can be a challenge if you get into names, like when people say thank you sometimes, like when people are saying, I want to thank, and then they go charge it to my head, not heart, because they forgot somebody after they realized.
Yes.
This was the safe way, the way you guys did it. So I commend you on that.
Thank you.
So Beauty Biz Master. So you wanted to make sure that because the book is called Beauty is in the Eye of the Beholder. So what is your overall take on the whole book? Did everybody contribute something? Everybody who's an author, they were doing something in the beauty industry, I'm thinking? Or was it not just about the beauty industry? Was it about just how somebody felt? So talk to me about that for somebody who doesn't know what this book is about. Is it a book that they need to pick up if they are an aspiring person for the beauty industry? Or is it a book that somebody needs to get if they just want to figure out how they feel about themselves?
I'm going to say both of those audiences because not everyone in the book is in the beauty industry. One of the co-authors, Dewan, is actually a client that suffers from alopecia, and she wanted to share her experience as being a client and how people in the industry helped her through that challenging time and still continue to help her through that challenging time. And one of the other ladies in the book is a Jaquesha. I think she is she is like a chemist, so she can help formulate products. And so I think she speaks about that in her book. So we had a gambit of people that were included in this story. So, yep, it's great for beauty professionals if they're looking to be inspired to keep going in this business. But it's also for anyone that is looking for inspiration to continue on their journey of transformation.
Wow, I love that. And Robin, what do you want to add to that?
I agree with Jackie. I said the same thing. Thank you for asking us. I think it's for both individuals also. Yes, because our stories are very, very rich and talks about how we have had some good clients and some experiences with clients and some miracles happen at our tables and hair stories. And so I think it's a lot, like you said, it's a combination. If you're looking to be in this industry, you will need to read it because you'll see what it may be like in the industry behind the chair and then growing from behind the chair, because everyone shares a little bit about that, and then the customer story. So yes, I think it's definitely a great book for those people who are wanting to be inspired and also create their own beauty from the inside out.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say this to you ladies, because I think you said in the beginning, Robin, I didn't know if my story was good enough. Everybody's story matters. So let me just say that. That's why I created Story Time. So if you're watching this and you have a story, no matter what your journey is about, you had ups, you had downs, you had trials and tribulations, you had successes, you had failures. We all go through a process in life. And if we share the process that we've gone through, it helps other people. A lot of
Yeah.
times we have to do better in encouraging one another. We have to do better in just opening up and being transparent about things, because society sometimes make people feel ashamed. There's no reason to be ashamed of what you've gone through. Okay, because you go through it and then you grow through it.
Yes.
That's what happens. After you go through it, you grow through it. And if you have a higher power that you look up to, if you have a faith, that helps you to get through it even better. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes just hearing how people didn't go through it so well, it helps you, because then you know what? You're not alone. Sometimes you need to know that you're not alone in these situations. So that's the good thing about it. So what is the main thing that you would like for them to get out of your chapter, Jackie, where you talk about the Beauty Biz Master? What is it that you're hoping that they're going to take away from your chapter?
Well, first, Miss Crystal, let me just share this off, piggybacking off of what you just were saying about other people needing to share their story and to find their own transformation. And this is something I share in my chapter. So I had a client that sat down in my chair one day. Um, she came in to get a full makeover. She got her hair done, she got her nails done, she got her makeup done. She got the works. What we didn't know at that time was that this same client had planned on ending her life that evening. But
Wow.
after being loved on and embraced and just treated like a queen that day, she changed her mind. She didn't share that with us when she was there. And we kept asking her, you getting all of this done, what is the special occasion for? And she never would really say what she was getting this all done for. So a few weeks later, the lady came back and she shared with us that she had been at a low point in her life, and was gonna she had planned on ending her life, and she wanted to look pretty when whoever found her. And
Wow.
that is why she came into the salon, and she came back and she shared with us that because of the experience and the love and the energetic exchange that she had with the ladies that were in the salon that evening, it changed her life and it changed her mind.
Robin,
So
did you
beauty,
hear
the
that, Robin?
beauty, I'm
Robin,
sorry.
I said, Robin, did you hear that? Did you hear
Yes.
what you said? So let me stop you 1 minute, Jackie, because I gotta stay right there where you at. So you telling me that you found out after the fact that this young lady was going to take her life, but then the way you made her feel caused her to change her mind. What
Yes, ma'am.
what went through your mind when she told you that? Like, what did you ask yourself, oh my goodness, what if I wouldn't have did this with her that day? Like, what went through your mind when she shared that with you?
I was flabbergasted because I had no idea. She just seemed like a regular client. You would have never known that was her thought process at that time. I did find it a little odd that she didn't want to share what the event was, but we do what we do out here, and I'm not really one to pry. But I did find it odd. So when she came back and shared that with us, it wasn't I'm the hairstylist. There was a nail technician, a makeup artist. So it wasn't just me by myself, but the group of us created this safe space and environment for her to release or I don't even know the word I'm looking for, to let those thoughts and those feelings melt away. And they always say that if you can make a woman look better, you can make her feel better. And yeah, that was a life-changing experience for me. And this happened years ago, and I still remember it like it was yesterday.
So on that note, because the question was, what do you want people to take away from your chapter? So did that experience have something to do with your chapter and the way you wrote it, because you wanted somebody to feel good after they read it, as though they had come into your salon and received the same kind of feeling?
That was part of it. So yeah, the experience, I believe in creating experience. I don't want to just do your hair and put your makeup on. I want to create an experience for you, because in that experience, do you know, in the beauty industry, outside of the medical industry, the beauty industry is the only industry that actually has physical contact with their clients. And so in that physical contact, there's an energetic exchange. And so creating an environment and an experience for a woman or a man to be able to come in and exhale and decompress and leave lifted up and rejuvenated, that does it for me. But on the other side of that, I also wanted to speak to the beauty industry as a whole, because what we do is more than just do hair and makeup and make your nails look pretty. We are able to touch and change lives, and I wish more beauty professionals, especially today, will understand the power that is behind that chair and beyond the mirror.
Wow.
So it was really for both sides.
Wow. The power behind the chair and behind the mirror. How about you, Robin? When people read your chapter, what is it that you want them to take away from it?
Oh, I put down a few here. And so one of them would be, from the chapter, would be embrace your journey of growth, right? Because when you read my chapter, that's what I was talking about, more resilience, how resilience, passion, and dedication can transform your entire life, and taking those steps towards success. So I would want the viewers, the readers, to feel inspired, right? And follow their own path. And also to know that setbacks are often setups, right? So that's one thing. Then the second thing I would like for them to take away from it, the beauty industry is a wealth generator. I always tell my students, after I started training and teaching, and after 3 decades, one day I had this whole thing hit me in the head and said, girl, you said yes to a multi-billion-dollar industry, right? So I asked the students, one of my quotes is, I would like to leave in the world is, this is a multi-billion-dollar industry, which I ask myself every day, how much of it would you like? So that's what I tell my students when I was teaching them, like, how much of it do you want? It's a multi-million-dollar industry. So remember that for the readers to be inspired, and that, for the professionals who are looking at this industry, to realize that you're walking into a multi-billion-dollar industry, right? Mm-hmm. And so to have your mindset ready, to get the education, the strategies that you could, so that you can claim your share and create financial independence. So that's what I would say to those who are looking at the industry. And then number 3 would be self-care is non-negotiable. That's when you read, you will find that that's through the experiences I emphasize on it, that success isn't just about working hard, but also about maintaining personal wellness and balance. I would want the readers to walk away with understanding that self-care is essential to sustaining their passion and their purpose.
Wow. Okay. That's good. So now, ladies, now that you've got 2 books under your belt, both of you have 2, right? Or is it more than that?
I
You
have 3.
Okay.
I got 2.
2 and 3 books. So there was a question from the young man about an audio book. So you want to do an audio book too. Now, are you ladies available for speaking engagement now? Now, are you going to step out into that where people will have you come out and speak? I know that you're the lady to motivate us. So I know you're going to do this. And what about you, Robin? Are you going to make time to go and speak? And
Yes, please book me, book us. We are ready to come and do some live workshops, facilitate. So yes, I'm open to that and open to booking.
Okay. And so the workshops, what kind of workshops will you do? And let me know. I want to put your information in here so people can go in. So Robin, how do you want people to reach out to you if they're interested in getting the book? And how much is the book, ladies? I didn't ask you that. How much is the book?
The book it's just $25. That's not including shipping and taxes. So
okay. And how can they reach you? How can they reach you? How would you like them to reach you to follow up? If they see this and they say, you know what, I want to talk to her. Would you want them to reach you on Instagram, Facebook, call you, email you? How do you want them to reach out to you, Robin?
Great. You can find me on Facebook or Instagram you could under Robin F. David. And on Instagram, it's Robin David on Facebook. On Instagram, you can reach me at RFD Talk. And then if you are able to go to Pinsite, I'm going to be in my caption on Instagram. It's going to say Pinsite/FordRobinDavid.com. So you can go to Instagram. Yes, that is perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. And how about you, Jacqueline? How would you like them to reach out to you if they hear something and they want to feel good? Because that story that you said about the woman coming in and wanting to not kill herself anymore, that's powerful. So that right there would make me want to book an appointment in your salon. Like, like I want to go feel good. Like if you feel it, sound to me like if they feeling down and out, you almost can put together a package off of that. That's amazing. I hope that you got her to put that testimony somewhere on a website or something. But what is the way that people can reach out to you?
You can find me on my website. It's mzjwm.solutions. You can find a link to the book, some of the other programs I got going on, and more about me.
So that was M as in Mary, Zulu, Juliet, Delta, Whiskey, Michael .solutions. Is there a .com after that or anything?
Nope, it's mzjwm.solutions.
Okay. So let me make sure I have that right. Does that look correct?
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
All right. So if you're interested in talking to Miss Jacqueline and feeling good, you want to visit her website so you can go there and find out how. And she's a motivator. So not only are you an author, but you're also a motivator. What is your mission as a motivator when you reach out to people? What is your goal for that, Miss Jacqueline?
So I am the lady motivator. I have been the lady motivator since the internet was the internet, and I'm probably aging myself. But my mission as the lady motivator is to be a powerful, positive impact and influence in the lives of everyone I come in contact with, whether it's by word or by deed. And so when I'm speaking to people, I like to encourage people to realize that their passion has power and their skills are valuable. And, no matter what the detours are, every step that you take in this life has purpose. I'm living proof that you can reinvent yourself, have a thriving business, and make a real impact. And that's exactly why I'm here to help those that can receive the message. Because I ain't for everybody, baby. I don't sugarcoat much.
Okay. Well, that's okay. So she's saying she's striving to be a positive motivator, and you're going to realize your passion has power and your skills are valuable. Now, when people leave out of your shop getting the nails done, Robin, when they listen, because you're on the radio too. Are you still on the radio? I know you took a break, or did you go back?
I'm taking a break but you can tune into my YouTube. All of that, yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
When they sit in your chair or when they go to listen to you, what do you want them to leave feeling?
I like for my clients to leave feeling really, really, really whole and complete. I just had I'm still in the salon. So today I had a client bring me a yellow rose because she's out saying that she says that I am amazing. So I like to see them leaving and feeling amazing. So the same thing that they feel that they get from me, I always want them to leave there feeling the same way, whole, complete, happy, connected with themselves. So today I had another lady who got a whole full service today, and she left there saying that she felt great. Her hands look good. So I want them to leave feeling put together and feeling. I always tell them start putting their self on the schedule because I'm a advocate of wellness and self care. So I'm always telling them, hey, remember to book yourself, make yourself this appointment. And they say, Robin, I really love you always giving me a shot and they say I give a shot in the arm, like a spiritual shot in the arm. So I get them the little spiritual shot in the arm, and it keeps them moving. And next thing I know, they're back in my chair saying, "Hey, Robin, I tried that. I went to, I did this to my cuticles. I put one lady made her sugar scrub. She went home. I told her she can purchase some or she can make her own. She came back. She said, How do you think I did, Robin?" I said, "You did a great job." So I hope they leave there feeling that their cup is filled up and that they're appreciated and loved.
Well, that's beautiful. So I have just a couple more questions as we get ready to come to a close. Ladies, is the beauty industry for everyone? Because I know it's a wealth industry, but if
Mm-mm.
not for everyone, who is it for? Who is the perfect person to work in the beauty industry in your areas? What do you think, Jacqueline?
Oh my goodness. Okay. Woo. Okay. Jesus be offense. So no, the beauty industry is not for everybody because if you don't like people, if you don't know how to have a conversation with people, if you don't know how to treat people the way that you want to be treated, because it's not all about skill. You can teach skill,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't teach character. You can't
Yeah.
teach beliefs. You there's some things that can be taught and there are other things that have to be caught. And
Mm.
I will say for the beauty industry, if you don't understand the power of the touch, then no, this is not an industry. You need the people coming into the beauty industry need to understand that we are in the people business and we serve hair, skin, and nails, not the other way around. And so you could be great at skill, you could have a great skill set, but if you don't know how to make people feel, then they're not coming back to you. I've had someone tell me that people will remember how you made them feel. They won't remember what you said or what you did, but they'll remember how you made them feel. And if you don't know how to create an environment that is almost transformative or transformative, encouraging, refreshing, and empowering, then no, ma'am, no,
So say that
no,
again. You said that. So in summation, you said no. It is not
no,
for
it's not for
everybody.
everybody. No,
And,
ma'am.
and while I have you there, I want you to go ahead and give people a closing statement about why they need to get this book, why they need to contact you as a lady motivator, and just why they need to follow you and continue on this journey so you can get them stirred up and feeling good about themselves.
Well, I would say if you're a beautypreneur and you are looking to turn your passion into a sustainable business, then you probably want to connect with me because what you not gonna find with me. I'm not gonna talk to you about products. I'm not gonna talk to you about skills. I'm not gonna talk to you about techniques because we can do all that great stuff. But if you're looking to go beyond the mirror and get to the business of beauty, and the beauty of business, then I'm your girl. I'm the person you want to talk to. And I also believe that beautypreneurs can build a thriving business while centering and focusing on their self-care. I
And tell them
believe
how they
that.
can
So
reach you. And tell them how they can reach you and give them your contact information.
Oh, you can. The best way to reach me is to go out to my website, mzjwm.solutions. There's a contact sheet there. I'm not really a big social media person. I'm out there in them social media internet streets, but I'm more of a person, a people person. So I like to talk to people. I like to meet people. I like to feel people's energy. So if you're not local here in Dayton, Ohio, then reach out to me through my website,
All
and we
right.
can
All right.
connect there. Thank you, Miss Crystal.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I love it. How about you, Robin? Tell the people why they need to contact you, why they need to come see you to get their nails done, read the chapter in your book, or book you to come for the next event if they need a speaker.
You need to come in and get that spiritual shot in your arm and in your life, basically in your life, because I'm going to be the person who's going to really hear your need for self-care and how to teach you how to add that into your life. So I'm that facilitator coach that's going to root for you to take that moment every day and do something good for yourself. So you definitely want to connect with me if you're in this area and you have foot care issues, if you have dry skin issues, cuticles that need some attention. I'm that girl because I will give you that final polish and toe touch that will make you feel good from the inside out. So you need to check me out, and you need to grab my book. You can get that. You can inbox me on Instagram at RFD Talk, or you can follow me here on YouTube at RFD Talk.
And you have specialties. You said there's some special skills you have. Name those special skills and areas again.
I'm an advanced medical pedicurist, so I focus on foot care. If you're a person who have any type of ingrown issues, or you have extra dry, cracked heels, or you just really want to go to a place that's very sanitized, because you don't want to get your feet serviced at just anywhere. So I am the advanced nail technician, which that means I'm taking the higher health conscious cleanness sanitation to the next level. So foot care is one of my specialties.
Wow, amazing, ladies. Well, listen, I tell you what, y'all sold me. If I was in Ohio, Nashville, I'd be coming to see both of y'all for sure. I wouldn't be turning it down. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you reach out to them and make sure you jot down the information. And I want to thank y'all for coming through and sharing what you have. I want to tell you, when you come back and do this replay, make sure you like, share, and comment, and subscribe, and leave a comment and let them know what resonated with you the most. What was it they said that fired you up and got you thinking about taking care of yourself better, or thinking about visiting them, or thinking about going into the beauty industry? Because they gave you some things to make you do one of those three things, right? So we definitely want you to go ahead and do that. And ladies, I want to thank you so much. It's been a long day for me. I know it's been a long day for you. Guys, make sure you go out and get the book. And it's on Amazon. It's the Amazon bestseller, Amazon bestseller, Amazon bestseller. You can, on page 35, you're going to find, on page 35, you're going to find Jacqueline's story. And on page 57, you're going to find Robin's story. You're going to look for these two beauties. You're going to see their faces in there. You can't miss it. You got Miss Robin there, okay, and you got Miss Jacqueline there. And once again, so go ahead and make sure you do that. You'll have that in there, and we want to make sure that you can see it. And we're going to show you a cover of that book real good so you can see it once again. It is beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to Storytime. I want to thank you so much for being here with us today. Thank you for sharing it and spreading it out to people you know. If you have a story, remember your story matters. My name is Crystal. I'm your Hope Catalyst. I want to say keep hope alive. My mission is to stir up the gift, instill hope, and save lives. And you've been listening to Storytime, and I want to thank you once again. Ladies, any closing comments? Miss Jacqueline.
No, I want to thank you, Miss Crystal, for who you are and what you do and giving us this opportunity. Blessings on blessings on blessings on you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. I receive it. And Robin?
Yes, I want to close in saying thank you, Crystal, for this opportunity to be on your platform. It really has made me feel like I am loved and loved by some of the special people like yourself. Thank you for being a catalyst to hope, because we need that in this time and day. And your show is bringing that to us here in Nashville, in Ohio. Thank you again, Jackie. I want to thank you for being the best BFF and being here with me again. And yes, she is the motivator, y'all, because she's the one has been my best friend since high school. So check us out and definitely check her out as well. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you.
You heard it. That's the testimony. You just heard it. She's the motivator. So you see it. She done motivated her and pulled her along. Get with somebody who's going to motivate you and pull you along. Everybody have an amazing evening, and tune in to all of their channels. You heard Robin say she had the channel. So your channel is called RFD on YouTube.
Yes, RFD Talk here on YouTube.
And Jacqueline doesn't have one yet, but she's gonna get one. We're gonna get her going.
Yeah.
Y'all have an amazing day. Thank you, ladies, so much. And
Thank you.
soon. We'll be back on Sunday. We have a full lineup. So subscribe. And we'll see you next time on Storytime. Have an amazing evening. Keep hope alive, everybody. Good night.
Good night.